Hello and welcome back to Seal Season 6, Week 1. We've got a brilliant Freljord matchup here between Conduit and ERBS-Pros. This is our first Freljord match of the season that we'll be casting, and there's not much to say about it other than that. What do you think, Alpha? Do you have any insight coming into this match?
Not much. I just think we should go ahead and talk about draft.
All right, awesome. We'll roll on over into draft here, and we can talk about how these two teams match up based on that. So run me through these first few picks for each team.
All right, so let's run through the bands real quick. So Volibear, Zig, Seraphine, all great picks. Volibear specifically, I think he's really good at the top lane right now. And then Amumu, Pantheon, Samira, kind of weaker champions at the moment. I mean, Samira's still strong, but I personally don't think she's as strong as she used to be. Of course. And then, all right, so going on to first pick Shen. I think it's all right. I guess Shen can play into a lot of lanes and be relatively safe and useful later in fights, especially mid-game skirmishes. Followed by a Zyra Alawi. I really like the Alawi into the Shen. I mean, she's pretty much all ability based, can really hurt him, do damage.
Hmm.
But Shen could also play around that really well. It's really just dependent on who's better. And Zyra, I like it because it can kind of go anywhere in the sense of support or mid. I like it support a lot. I have a friend who plays it a lot, so that's probably why. Followed by a Sejuani Thresh. I like the Thresh here in his third spot. It's one of those things that you just don't want to let fall into the second draft phase because typically they'll ban it out because Thresh is such an oppressive support. And then the Sejuani jungle, of course, is just a great pick to have. And then they pick the Gragas. It's pretty obvious it's jungle. Kind of been a trend during this stream to see a Gragas jungle. And yeah, I like the pick a lot. It worked well in the Demacia game, so I mean, hopefully it works well in this game. And then followed by Ban Phase, Lux Zerath, two super annoying support or mid laners, super stupid long range and things like that. Great things to get off the board. Ari, and finally a Rumble ban. Champion is ridiculous on this patch and should not be as good as it is, but it
Hmm.
is. So I mean, great bans. So then followed by a Varus pick. I like the pairing with the oh wait, I just like the pick in general. It's a really good. But I couldn't tell who the support was. It's a really good pick just into most ADCs. I really do wish they would have picked up the Jinx or something though, or even if they had an idea they were gonna pick Braum, pick the Lucian. Such an OP matchup, such an OP lane. Okay, they followed up with the Jinx pick and Lissandra. Lissandra into potentially not knowing who your mid laner is. I mean, it could have been Zyra support, so I understand the Lissandra pick, kind of just a safe pick. And then they picked Braum support, which I like Braum support, but and it's really good into a Jinx. That's why I like it mostly. But other than that, really isn't much need for the Braum support. I don't like the pairing with the Varus, but it is a really good support pick into what they picked, and potentially stopping Jinx rockets from Baron or Drag.
All right, makes sense to me. I can't say I disagree with anything you've really said there. It'll be interesting to see what I assume is going to be the Zyra in the mid lane. Yep.
Yes.
Um, It'll be interesting. I haven't seen an actual lane Zyra in a very long time, and there's lots of people say like Zyra's very, very weak right now as a champion overall. So it'll be interesting to see how she matches up into Lissandra, another matchup, another champion rather that's pretty low on the totem pole, especially for mid laners right now. Sejuani versus Gragas in the jungle. We get to see this again. And then this Thresh Jinx versus Varus Braum. Varus Braum definitely has more early game power. Varus been a very dominant laner as of recent, and we've seen a lot of this come out in higher elo games and at MSI and stuff like that. Just leveraging his champion's innate ability to do dumb damage in lane phase, we'll say. And then top lane, Alawi versus Shen. Don't get hit by Alawi spirit pull and you're fine as Shen, and if you do you
Pretty much.
lose. It's just comes down to that, just like every other Alawi lane in the world. We'll
Yeah,
see how
pretty
it
much.
plays out. Do you
So
have any thoughts on the team comps before we go in the game?
yeah, I had two more things to say. So one thing I wanted to say in general is it's very interesting how people in Seal read the jungle meta right now because Sejuani Gragas seems to be a very common jungle, picks across Seal, right? And I mean in pro
Hmm.
play it's a little bit different. So I find this very interesting. Also, another thing, Let's hope we don't see Prowler's Calaveras because that would be very, very, very interesting.
Well, we'll touch on that a little bit as we get into game, and especially if we see it. Otherwise, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. What am I from the 80s?
Jeez.
All right, and as we get into game here, um, so commenting on that Prowler's Claw Varus there a little bit. I've done some talking with other AD carries about it, and the rationale for it comes down to that the mythic passive of lethality is better than the CDR passive, and both actives are completely pointless on the champion.
So,
So it'll be interesting to see if it ends up being built. I'm not sure I entirely agree with the rationale that was given there, but it's possible that it's true. They are looking at the invade here, and Zyra knows it's coming, but isn't leaving. Getting engaged on Zyra's going to be first blood here, and even burns the flash. Now looking onto the Braum and onto someone else in there. Another Thrall's going to come into the fight. Now Alawi's getting low. That's another kill going over to someone else. Now onto the Gragas here. Gragas going to run away under his own turret. Will fall. Jinx picking up that kill. It's a 4-for-1. Now onto the Varus. Shen's got taunt available very soon. Gonna make a play with it, pulling him into the rest of the team. Varus is getting low. Shen also, but the hook will connect. Varus is surely gonna die here. Oh no, but Varus still has heal, and he will live while saving Flash even. Pretty good for the Varus there, but he will have to reset before this lane. Jinx isn't resetting, which is actually gonna be sort of really good for her if she can get a reset off of like wave 2 or 3 here in this bot lane, especially because Varus isn't going to be here. She's going to get all of these CS for free. Then she's going to get a reset timing, going to be able to spend about 800 gold on the back after all those minions die. It's be very, very problematic for this Varus coming back into this lane against the double kill Jinx.
they might even be able to get like a level 2 or 3 kill because Varus is still going to be level 1.
Yeah, and it's going to be... Varus going to have to do his best, you know? He's going to have to be farming with whatever abilities took level 1. I think it was E.
And honestly, oh, okay, looking back at that invade, that was a really insane invade. It was weird because Red Team was kind of prepared for it. They had 4 people in that one bush prepared in case someone did come try and invade. But I mean, I guess they were set up in the wrong spot for that invade specifically. The
It's
great
odd
thing
to
is,
me how it ended up playing out.
yeah, the great thing is that you got kills onto the 2 people you want to get kills on and get advantages early on because now they can easily snowball these lanes, especially that Jinx can get super far ahead. It does
Yeah.
suck to see the Shen fall a little bit behind because he got the lane very late and is only level 1 to or now level 2 to the level 3. But that lane should even out within the next few minutes.
Speaking about bot lane here a little bit more, I don't agree with the back timing that is ending up coming out. I'm glad that they got a back timing. I feel like it would have been a lot safer to take the back timing on the prior wave. But at the end of the day, it doesn't look like it'll matter. That is a full boots coming out for Jinx on her first back and some HP potions to boot. That is... Well, it's untenable for Varus at this point. Unless they're connecting the Braum stun and taking the extended trade and one-shot off of that, or have a gank coming in, it's not going to work out. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we see a lot of trading going on here from this Alawi, but she did take a turret shot. Now she's just getting run down by the Shen.
That was
Shen
actually
really doing a lot here in the early game.
yeah, and I will say, knowing the top laner personally, this dude is pretty insane at Shen. Knows how to position pretty well in this champion. So, if there is someone I know how to play, trust knowing how to play into Alawi, it is this person because he also plays Alawi very well as well. So.
And the army of plants comes out there in the mid lane. Another pull test of spirit coming out from Alawi there, looking onto him. But the Sejuani coming in for the gank, looking onto the Alawi, and will just blow her flash and escape safely there. Lissandra really getting bullied in the mid lane by this Lissandra. Really not having a good time. We'll even drop the cannon kill there.
Yes, we love the Lissandra bullying herself. Yeah, bullying by the Zyra.
Yeah.
But
That.
But yeah, I mean that gank top lane was honestly really good for. Oh, did she die from that?
Lysandra will just barely escape there. No TP, however, available for the Lys here, meaning gonna drop a lot of CS and already down 3 with this wave pushing into her.
Gragas invading?
Oh,
Ooh.
Frog is just missing the kill in mid lane. Thanks, AutoCam. We didn't want to watch that anyways.
Alright, takes the Raptors. I mean, Gragas is building himself a, like, laning fine, I guess. Laning, jeez. Jungling fine. I mean, nothing crazy going on for the junglers. The best play so far was the Sejuani Bullet burning that flash top lane, giving that Shen something to work with in the top lane.
Yeah, we
Oh,
see Shen actually rotating here onto the mid lane, looking for a kill onto Zyra. Might even pick it up. Zyra still no flash from that level 1. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we do see the Thresh coming in here onto the Varus. Not quite going to be able to pick up kill on either side. Both of them very low. Flashes, heals being burnt. Back onto the Jinx now. She's getting chunked out by the Varus arrow. Varus in a really rough position, though. Him being chunked out versus Thresh being chunked out. Big difference in who's going to be able to farm here. See if Varus is able to heal up. Braum fronting onto the enemy team here, trying to deny the cannon. Now walking around onto the Jinx. Thresh should have Lantern available very soon. Throws the Lantern out for the Jinx. Jinx, take the Lantern to save your Thresh. No, she doesn't want to. She wants to go onto the Braum, looking for the kill. The Shen TP coming on into the ball lane. Flash taunt onto 2. That's the double kill for the Jinx. And that's just disaster for the side of... I don't remember what it stands for. It's Conduit.
Side of blue. That's it. That's all we got. But that's absolutely insane. Shen has been all over the place. Like, I mean, Sejuani's done great too, but Shen has been all over this map. Even ever since the first invade level 1. Jeez, I can't speak. Level 1 invade, going mid without TP, just walking down while Alawi's not in lane, and then TPing down, taunt flash onto 2, getting Jinx a double kill. Shen is doing everything he possibly can in this game. Oh,
Oh no, the Jinx is trapped.
oh, this might not be good.
Oh no, Jinx is actually trapped now. Jinx getting engaged on by the Varus. Varus looking to burn her down, will pick up the kill. Now moving on to the next target. Lysandra will fall. Sejuani onto the other side of the jungle. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the Alawi is getting canked. Looking for another kill onto her. Shen doing his best to tank out the Alawi ulti, will pick up the kill. Sejuani trying to back in a bush. Not going to make it work, though. Sejuani trying to run away, will get picked up by the Zyra there. Assist even going over to the Braum there. We know it would have been an execute thanks to that. And that's a big comeback for the side of Conduit here.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the gold lane's only 1.5k or 1.4k, nothing too crazy. The Varus got 2 kills in that fight, one of them being a shutdown, so Varus is slowly coming back into this lane. Still nowhere near Jinx, but slowly getting back into this game. Zyra got a kill, and I mean, every other lane is doing perfectly fine. Shen is ahead. Everything
This
is
turret bot side, Braum taking it up. Even if he trades 1-for-1, it's great here. Look at the size of that wave. All they have to do is kill the Jinx here, but the Shadow comes out, saves her life. She's going to be able to pick up that wave, and Varus is dead too. That's 2 for 0 on the bot side of the map again because of the Shen.
This Shen is looking like he wants MVP. I mean, it doesn't look great. It doesn't, like, he's not the star player on the scoreline, but holy, this man.
You're telling me he's not
everywhere.
the star player on the scoreline? This man's 1-0-7 at 8 minutes.
True, but
on
I mean, like,
top laner.
True, but 5-1 and 3 does look better when you're a carry. Just saying.
Not when you think 4 of those are because of Shen.
True.
Well, actually, all of them are because of Shen except for 1. Because if we count level 1.
Yeah.
We see another engage coming in here on the top side. Shen leveraging his, I want to say advantage, but he's down 20 CS, so meanwhile top lane trades. Now in the mid lane, Thresh will just get exploded by this Gragas and Zyra combo here. Gragas is going AP, does have the Hextech alternator already picked up.
So
this game's very fast and very accelerated.
Very, and Jinx Rocket flew somewhere. I don't really know where.
Oh, but the engage on the top side, this, she's just dead. Goodbye, Alawi. You can't survive this. Shen dumpstering this game.
Okay, so fair to say Shen has an advantage now, right?
Yeah, I think that's the advantage now. Like the CS, the 20 CS gap, 0 now. It's if Shen decides to catch this wave, CS advantage is gone.
Oh
Lowie's gonna
yeah,
miss every CS at turret.
yep.
Because no TP. Rift Herald being picked up by Sejuani. Problematic. Even if we take a look here at the gold, Shen is up 900 gold. Going to be 1,000 once he picks up the last few minions in this wave. Might even go for a turret plate, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Shen is doing absolutely everything in this game. Oh, nice little engage by red
Yeah,
side.
looking for the pick down here in the bot lane. Shen will manage to escape. Burns flash and heal on the bot side, though. Good Varus ulti coming out of the side of Conduit there.
Okay, so talking about both teams now. Blue side, of course, has their, very clear win condition. Jinx Shen, dive with Lissandra or Sejuani, right? Or get picks with Thresh. They have a lot of opportunities to do things. Now, looking at the side, looking at red side, down 2k gold, still manageable. Oh, wait.
Lissandra not able to make it out there. I muted myself instead of unmuting myself there. That was pretty clever. Meanwhile, back into the bot lane here. Thresh getting turned on, does connect the stun onto him. He will fall. Kills go over to the bars now, onto the Jinx. Will go to the bars as well. That's a double kill now, looking onto the Sejuani. Sejuani will manage to dash out. Braum wasting flash at the end, and that Gragas ulti just giving her a nice little ride on out of that. Now working on her camp, but Gragas isn't done yet. Gragas wants some of that 4-butt. Flashing onto her and will just blow her up. Now back onto the top lane. Shen going in onto this Alawi. Alawi's taking the trades better now, though, as you'd expect from this lane. Trading continuing in on this top side. Alawi will not be able to finish skill, or maybe she will. Shen's coming back in. There's no one on the map coming up to help him. He's just insane. He wants a piece of this Alawi now that ulti's dead and the fight's going to continue. I think Shen's waiting for that taunt window to get back in onto her.
And now looking back at this game, it was literally, they had a 2k gold lead just a minute ago. All that's gone.
Yeah, and the game is totally back to even. Lissandra's not actually DC. Don't worry about it. This is a replay file, so if there was a pause there, it happened seamlessly, and you didn't see anything. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we do see Zyra coming in for the gank. Shen will taunt through, will miss the root from Zyra. Shen's turning it around and forces his own flash there in exchange for the Zyra ignite. A little bit sus. But at the end of the day, we see the Rift Herald being dropped bot lane. That's more gold advantage coming over to this Jinx. Another pull coming in, but the Lissandra's up in the top lane. Now Shen's going to pick up the kill, but it'll be traded back to the Zyra. Those are some big plants too, but first turret blood will go over to the side of ERBS-Pros in the bot side of the map here. Now working onto that dragon. That will be connected now onto the Gragas. Gragas gets his belly flop blocked, but Braum's here to try and protect him. Jinx looking to be able to pick up more plays, but will get rooted by the Varus ult. He's stretching onto her now, onto the Alawi, or onto the Sejuani rather. Sejuani gonna drop here, fall down to the Varus. Maybe she's not, she's running away, will get picked up now. Zyra's back mid, and the Jinx will fall, and things won't stop happening in this game.
This is absolutely insane, this game. You have the blue side, such a great early advantage, and all of that's just gone away in a span of 2 to 3 minutes. It's crazy what keeping your mental cool can do for a team.
Yeah, this I know quite a few players who would be very mental boom after that level 1.
I included, because holy crap, they almost got aced.
Thresh?
Ooh.
Thresh! He's alive, okay.
Oh, he's dead. Nope.
Oh, no, that was not his team. I thought that was his team showing up. Oh, but Gragas maybe taking a lot of turret shots there, gets slowed by the Jinx. Jinx has ulti available, isn't going to quite use it yet, knows it won't quite kill the Gragas. Just a little bit of damage short there. All right. Well, fighting don't stop. Gold's even.
One thing is, yeah, I mean, the one thing now to look at is what each team is trying to do now, because since the game is dead even, you think that...
No color commentary for you. Go back to it. Okay, you're good.
Okay. This game is 2.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, you're fine. You're fine. Go for it.
Oh my god, this game is absolutely insane. All right, but we're at the point of the game where I don't even know what is gonna happen. Each one of these teams are just doing the most random things I think I've seen in my life, but they're working. So you can't even be mad at it.
Yeah, I can't disagree. It's a bit of a slugfest, but it's. I hesitate to say calculated as much as I say viable slugfest. Um,
I would say the
I'm
first 7 to 8 minutes of this game was calculated.
yeah, I'm feeling some chaos style vibes here. For ye old UOL fans in the chat. And now onto the Alawi again. We'll pick up. Maybe not. Alawi flashing out here will be killed by the Shen, but the Gragas barrel's very beautiful. Connects onto the Shen, and the Bomby Cinder draws turret aggro again. Looking to get out, no, but the turret shot was following him, and he will get picked up at the end there by the Gragas. Great cast coming in there by the Kappa Crusader. Oh man, I'm just reading some of these names now.
I mean, if you're the side of Conduit, right? I believe, yeah. If you're the side of Conduit, you're loving the way this game's going. I mean, yeah, you're Alawi's 0-5, but you really need her to be like a R-bot. But other than that, your Varus is super far ahead. He's gonna burn through everyone possible. Also, he built Kraken Slayer, no Prowler's Claw Varus this game for us.
Yeah, I agree with the on-hit choice here. Lethality, the jury's out on whether Prowler's Claw lethality Varus is good, but oh, we see Zyra getting caught out here. Fights don't stop. All right, she flashes out, Thresh flashes, 1-for-1 flashes there, nothing happens. Meanwhile, Rift Herald is being done by the Gragas and the Varus. And yeah, so lethality Varus. Jury's
Yeah, I
out
mean,
on whether that's the right build, but there's 2 tanks on the other team and a Thresh, so I think
that's what I was just about to say. I was gonna say actually,
And it's
lethality.
dead. Keep going.
Lethality. I was gonna say there's a fight now.
Oh, now onto the Varus. The Sejuani ult does connect, but does get it rooted up at the end. The Thresh, the Shen is looking for the taunt. They're not quite able to get in range for it. And has 5v3 at the mid turret. Nothing should happen here.
Hey, we have a dragon up in 30 seconds. You figure people might want to reset. Kind of a late reset, but try to reset. And, you know, slug it out of dragon, because this is going to be an interesting fight.
Absolutely. Makes sense to me. Big buys coming in for both teams here. Connecting with their core items. We do see Varus working on the... well, he has the Last Whisper in inventory just to help deal with the Sejuani and Thresh. Sejuani really stunted in her build, actually. Never mind, she just goes back and completes a lot of it now. Sunfire is picked up for her. So, gonna be very late for Dragon, though.
Yeah. I'm sort of confused as to what everyone's doing, because the Sejuani's still not here, so I'm assuming her reset was super late.
Yeah, and we do see the Rift Herald being popped mid lane. That's going to apply a lot of map pressure on this mid side, forcing someone to go there and clear it out. Gives actually a really good time for Conduit to start this Dragon.
Yeah, I think Conduit's just going to get this free. They don't have position on Drake.
Shed still has ulti available, all ultis available right now. Looking for the engage. Varus ulti coming up in a minute. Engage starts, big Alawi ulti in the middle of this team fight. Dragon being worked on by the rest of Conduit, looking to pick that up. Dragon is taken by them, looking to run out now. And that'll be the end of the fight. This is the only... How is this the fight that doesn't turn into something? Maybe not. Jinx overstaying in the mid lane. Does get Gragas ultied out of there. Good flash by the Jinx, connecting at the end there. Shen will taunt out as well.
If I'm Gragas, I'm molding right now. That was such a free kill. But overall, I mean, great plays by Conduit in the last, 10 minutes. They've done everything in their power to get small leads. And I mean, yeah, literally small leads. You're only up 800 gold, but it feels you're 4K gold right now. You just have so much pressure on the map.
I'll take being up 800 gold when I started this game 4-1 disadvantage in a level 1 fight. So.
True. I mean, now it's up to a little bit more than 1,000. I mean, this game is still unpredictable. You can't say who's gonna win right now. This game,
Yeah.
it's such a slugfest.
Interestingly, the Jinx does go for the rapid fire cannon here, which I actually really like. She needs the extra range to be able to hit a lot of these really annoying targets, being like the Varus and the Zyra, and more importantly, even like the Zyra plants when
Yeah.
sieging.
One thing I will just say though is that Prowler's Calaveras, this game actually might not have been so bad. And hear me out. So Sejuani, Shen, you get the armor pen passive, right? Both of those are going to be stacking armor, as we can sort of see, as well as Thresh. He has an armor passive. So I mean, the armor pen wouldn't be so bad right now. I still think Prowler's stupid,
Yeah.
but the passive would be really good this game. But I do like Kraken for the true damage, of course. And did build LDR second, so he does have that armor pen. He does.
Oh, that okay. My brain was exploding. Like I see LDR and I see the recurve. I'm like, is that a second last whisper? I'm like, what? My brain is gone. Thresh is dead mid lane. Heal won't save him. Zyra's ignite will pick him up. Zyra mid lane looking pretty good, honestly. I'm impressed. There's no minions there, guys. Guys. Jinx does have ulti available. All right. Color it in for me, brother. I don't know what just happened.
Honestly, like I mean Sejuani, I'm sure she wanted to get a pick there with that ult. Sadly, it didn't hit just right, so she didn't get the stun off. And then it just, I mean, they just need
three
the power.
people tanking the turret. Yeah, as you were.
I mean, I guess it's just once again, this is just the way the game goes. I personally would not do that, but you know.
It makes perfect sense. Another engage coming in on the bot lane here. Shen does 25% of allows HP with taunt auto.
And you think maybe Lissandra or something wants to come around, try to get a flank mid lane, and Shen ult on. Oh wait.
No, Shen's just trying to outduel Alawi ulti and trading evenly enough, I guess. And the pushing continues. Varus is like, I'm just gonna walk into Sejuani's face to get one auto on Jinx. I'm sure nothing bad could happen there.
Honestly, I mean, I know drag isn't up for another minute and a half, but I'm just looking forward to this next drag fight. I do feel like, I mean, I know we said the last one was gonna be explosive.
And says that's a kill. Flash. Yeah, that's another kill for Shen. Alawi 0-6, but that's her first death in like 8 minutes, so that's good.
I mean, I will say though, when is the last time you've seen a Shen up on their lane opponent when they've roamed as much as this top laner has? Very rarely.
There's been so many good roams by the Shen. It is quite impressive to see the advantage being maintained in the top lane here.
Yeah,
making
and
life for Alawi really rough.
For sure. I mean, 0-6, it feels bad, man. And I will say this, Jinx has done a pretty good job. Maybe she doesn't have the kills advantage, but she's done a pretty good job of keeping up in gold, I feel. Has pretty much 30 up in CS. Down 3 kills, but she is their primary carry on that side, on that team. So, I mean, it's just a matter of, can ERBS-Pros keep her alive in fights? I mean, Lissandra's probably going to just have to commit. Giovanni's gonna have to commit, and Shen or Thresh is gonna have to peel. One of those two.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it. Like, you do have the Thresh to protect you as Jinx, and you have so much frontline between Shen, Lissandra, and Sejuani. It's just, there's gonna be so much free time for her to hit against this like really weak tank lineup. Like only the Alawi and the Braum that's fully peak Ragas. So long as she can stay safe from these AP assassins and the Varus ulti, she should be able to just 1v9 these team fights, even as she is right now.
Right.
We do see the dragon being started up for the side of for red side here.
Yeah. One quick note: not much MR on the side of blue side. So
we
Zyra
see
and Gragas.
Yeah, the fight starting up here, looking in onto this fight. The Shen will fall really early. I was tapping out to try and find the team name. Lissandra does get blocked into her engage, but will flash into the middle of the team. Things going down everywhere. Jinx will pick up quite a few kills here. One of those was the Alawi clone dying, but Jinx is getting excited. They're all very low. Jinx doesn't have ulti available, but does have flash. Could flash over the wall for multiple kills, but will elect not to. 3 for 3 on the fight, but the Dragon looks like it'll go over to the side of ERBS-Pros.
Alawi, congratulations. You did something in a team fight, and that's all. It's really what's needed out of Alawi right now. I mean, getting an amazing ult like she did. I mean, someone stopwatched, but I don't remember who.
I'd like to freeze frame on that team fight there and ask an observer to tell me who is doing what. Just with the particle effects everywhere, just can you tell me what's happening in this team fight?
I honestly would love to know myself, but
Can you tell me what champions are in this game?
I mean, it started out, Gragas got a free kill, so I did mention the AP damage dealers, but then, boom, everything just all hell broke loose. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
all right, so as I was saying, moving on to the scaling in this game, I think that ERBS-Pros has the advantage.
Yeah, most likely, I'd say so. Especially right now with their like level lead in top lane, I feel like they just have such a big advantage even right now.
Jinx is dead.
And that is not how you scale.
Yeah, I agree.
Give over a shutdown to Zyra. That's not fun.
Bot lane, dead. All right. Oh,
Ooh.
that was way closer than it should have been. All right. Not enough CDR on Lissandra to get her second Q off there. But, no, now top lane. And Shen's just going to walk away.
Feels bad for Shen, though. Good thing for
yeah.
walking away. Oh, he's might get dove.
Yeah, Braum is walking up onto the Shen. Shen doesn't have taunt available, will dodge the slow, but Gragas here. Gragas does have ult available. Looking for the Shen. Shen is going to get killed, probably.
Not.
Gragas, all right, it will pick up the kill. Alawi picks it up with, I don't know what she killed him with, but she did kill him, so.
Yeah, maybe,
Clone? Was there a clone? Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know if she had, like, she doesn't have Scorch or anything, so I don't know what she killed.
Now Alawi's getting dived in the top lane here. I'm just going to take like a really relaxed approach to chalk calling these team fights. Jinx is like walking in, auto-attacking here onto the Braum. Looking for the kill onto the Braum on the backside, but will get flashed on by the Gragas, just blown up immediately. Huge Gragas ulti. Entire enemy team's just, you know, dying to that Gragas. Gragas playing really well here. Chasing down onto Lissandra, looking to pick up a little bit of a kill. You know, like... Oh, and that's just a good play from Gragas there. That's 3 kills to him there. Now Zyra's here, does miss the ulti. Oh, Shen ult's coming out too. Onto the Zyra now. Zyra's getting taunted up. She will fall down. Shame she missed that ulti, eh? Like...
I swear, as this game goes on, everyone's stealing the MVP from each other. Because at first it was Shen, then I was like, okay, it's Varus. And now Gragas is just having a phenomenal game. He's everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Gragas being a real baller in that last team fight. And throwing that 3-pointer right there, I think, into the enemy team.
And I mean, I'm sure Sejuani's would love if this was 11.11 because catch-up XP is very needed in this game because that 2-level deficit is.
Now Shen wants to steal Baron with auto attacks.
Oh my god!
Does okay into the rest of the team fight. Blue team's winning. Blue team won.
What the? Okay.
I was gonna meme that, but I guess it just happened, so.
It was like 104 HP or something like that, and he just autoed it.
Yeah,
like
Jinx Rocket puts it to 100 HP. Shen auto kills it. Now onto the Zyra mid lane. Zyra will fall down. The ulti won't quite connect onto Zaniel on this Jinx.
So you
and mid turret's under threat.
Yeah, you figure they probably push up to the inhibitor probably, and they might just get it. But now as that's been
will be the turret here. I don't know if they'll go for the inhib.
Maybe, but not.
No, gonna drop it here. Shen's gonna go take all the jungle, all the bot side jungle Maven fall here as well. A huge gold swing to the side of ERBS-Pros off that play. I was taking a relaxed approach to that Baron fight, and I realized I shouldn't have, because the Shen auto did steal it. But
in theory,
we were gonna have some fun with it, and then Shen just had to ruin it by making a really cool play.
I mean, yay! I auto Titanic Hydra, give me extra damage. Boom, dead. Like what?
All right.
Oh,
Dragon is spawning in 15 seconds here. And posturing on the map here definitely favors the side of Conduit. Thank you. I don't
Conduit.
know why I keep thinking this is Conviction.
If
Um,
I would say if I were ERBS-Pros right now, you have Baron. I would be pressuring lanes. This is only a cloud
well,
drake,
it's
right?
Cloud Soul.
True, but
I like not giving over the soul here, honestly. We see a fight looking to start up here. Thresh will walk and get the two-man play. Onto the rest of the fight here we do. She shed three-man taunt. It's the Varus. Varus is alive, though. Does have the flash out. Jinx isn't doing enough damage. She's zoned out by the Braum. And the rest of the fight is going the way of Conduit. Conduit's trying to chase down Jinx. Is the only one alive on her team. Now no one has fallen yet for the red side. They will pick up this dragon, denying soul, bringing themselves up to 2. Jinx does have the dash there coming out of the Gale Force to get away from that. Grog is belly flop. Now onto the Zyra. Zyra's got to be careful, but she connects the stun.
what
Now
the?
onto the Varus. Varus will be able to pick up the kill, and that's a 4-for-1 on 5-for-1 rather on the map for the side of Conduit. Looking to run this game down mid lane, back the other way.
Okay, now let's go back to what I said. So the reason I was saying this is because Conduit had so much better position on that dragon. You're really not going to get in because your main source of engage is Sejuani or Lissandra probably. Shen getting that taunt was amazing, but no one else went in with him, so he just died immediately. They all went in at different points. So if I were them, I just think pushing out top lane, pushing out mid, getting an advantage before they can reset and kill you, and getting more gold in your inventory is much better than trying to force a soul, especially if it's the weakest.
More fighting going on. I didn't think that was a real fight, but I guess Bromstad now looking onto the Alawi, but Alawi's got a really big ulti here. She's scaling. 0-6 Alawi's back with the vengeance, boys. That's a double kill to the Varus. 3-for-1 on the map. Alawi's angry. Tentacles coming.
Ugh, this game is ridiculous.
All right, Color, your turn, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
that fight in the jungle, I mean, gives Conduit a huge lead. Alawi getting them into that choke point, ulting all of them. Amazing for them. They should just be able to push down mid here, potentially. Maybe not. Varus has ult in 13 seconds based off that ping. And
yeah.
I mean, it looks like they're trying to do something here. They want to force
but
this.
the stun connects onto the bars. Now Jinx with that Gale Force thing. Gale Force, that's what that item's called. Now picking up the kill on Alawi. Now onto the Grugs. Grugs flashes in. One-shots the Jinx. She can't be up that far. Now Sejuani turning onto the Gragas. Gragas is looking to run it down, but he's got a lot of burst damage. Now Shen onto the Zyra. Zyra's going to fall here with Lissandra coming in. Now looking onto the Gragas. Gragas will manage to belly slam away.
That's insane. Jinx just got 1,600 gold in bounty, basically. She got a 600 and a 700, or 1,000. My bad.
Yeah,
So,
that's a huge amount of gold going into Jinx's pockets there. Now Jinx is up gold on Varus.
yeah,
A lot of gold, in fact. She's up 1,000. Both AD carries, very, very far ahead of the map. Both AD carries 3,000 or 4,000 gold ahead of their teammates and opponents, respectively.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it goes, I guess. I mean, thankfully, you know, AD carries are actually good in this game because typically AD carries are very weak for some reason.
Yeah, I wonder if the Jinx is going to want to transfer over to more defensive items. Like, I'd honestly almost want a Maw on her at this point.
Either that or you could, like, I mean, I guess you could build GA for the Varus Alawi damage, but...
And Shen's trying to get out here, but will get body slammed by the Grog as kill picked up there pretty easily. That's going to be a power play on the map here. Good dodge coming out of Daniel again on this Gale Force. Make the most of that item.
Yeah, for sure. It's gotten away from 2 probably death experiences. I mean, she did die shortly after, but it's okay. That first play. But Jinx is just playing out of her mind. Varus is playing out of her mind. Everyone's playing out of their mind this game. It is absolutely ridiculous. And thankfully for the blue team, ERBS-Pros, this was all built off that level 1. I mean, yeah, they did slump mid-game, but they've gotten their, you know, game plan back together. And it's just a matter of who is going to mess up in this next fight, really. Because this game can end at any moment right now. And there's a
Yeah.
dragon up in a minute. So will it be then?
Will it be then? Will it be 20 minutes from now? Who knows? Like, any one team fight could definitely snowball into advantage, but I think it has to be decisive based on the way we've seen wave manipulation this game.
I
It,
think it's just based off who's still left up. Like if you
yeah.
are the side, if you're a red team, you have Gragas Varus still up at the end of a fight, you can just end the game. And if you're the other team and you have like Jinx Lissandra or Jinx Shen, pretty much end the game as well. So it's just a matter of how you play out fights and who stays alive.
It looks
Ooh.
like we are going to see Dragon spawning in 10 seconds here, and the side of ERBS-Pros is going to look to trade it for Baron, saying, hey, we know you want to deny a soul. We're going to start working on this Baron here. Baron is taking some damage here, but will be pushed off of it by the side of Conduit.
I do like that a lot. I just wish they would have I wish they would have had like Shen and since Shen has ulti, right? I wish they would have had Shen Jinx on it and kept Sejuani, Lissandra, and Thresh on the bot side to see if they could do something down there. Because Sejuani can just E in, steal the Drake, and come out with Lantern. So I mean, cross map plays, you know. But I guess it's something they didn't cross their mind.
And that's the Lissandra flash being burnt there too. That's going to be really important coming into this fight here. Sejuani going in though, they get caught up here, but so is Alawi. Now into the backside of the fight, lots of damage coming in. Jinx rocket. Varus is zoned out of the fight. Varus looking for an angle to get autos, but he's not getting any. Jinx is, however, onto the Zyra. Zyra flashes in. The Gale Force is huge again. Jinx is popping off onto the Varus. Varus will manage to trade one back onto Jinx, but not before dying himself. And that's a huge fight here. The Soul looking to go over to the side of ERBS-Pros here. Kappa Crusader looking to come in for another big steal, but don't think he's going to be able to do it. Flash from the Shen will pick up the kill. That's a 5 for 3 on the map, but there's no auto attackers left, so it's just going to be the Dragon.
And they just go Baron off this. I mean,
yeah, they're going to walk into Baron. They're going to burn it down with the rice cooker here and the double Sunfire. Do their best with it. But with no Gragas on the map, it should be a free Baron here. I would have actually liked to see the Gragas reset instead of go for the Soul Steal so that he could be ready for this Baron take. We do see the Alawi actually TPing in here, but being matched by the Lissandra. Alawi's just going to drop here. Maybe she's not.
Oh.
Big ulti! Looking to answer back. Will get one onto the Thresh. Baron didn't reset, though. They're looking to see what they can get onto it. Now Braum and Zyra's here, looking to finish the Baron in the backside here. Oh. Baron's falling low. Will be picked up. Now onto the Lissandra. Lissandra's going to make it out. Jinx is back onto the Zyra. Zyra fall now onto the Braum. Braum's going to look to get over the wall. Boris will make it out for him. Now, but Jinx! That's not the way you want to go in! Gale Force is a double-edged sword.
Almost. But, yeah, I mean, still, you have, what, 2 members of Baron buff? I mean, it sucks that it's kind of your jungler and Lissandra, so it's not as effective, I feel, because I don't really like the idea of a jungler, you know, pushing with Baron on the side lane. But, I mean, it kind of seems like it's going to be a situation of just A-ramming it and shoving out mid and maybe bot.
Yeah, I suspect we'll still see Shen doing the 4-1 somewhere, just leveraging his power. But it's going to be interesting. That's a very interesting Alawi build, too. I'm curious about that. I don't even know if it's wrong. It's just very unique. I haven't seen the Shereldas picked up on this champion before. But to be fair, I have not seen an Alawi. Well, since last Steel season, because like 50% of our top laners are Alawi mains for some reason.
Yeah, I'm the one weirdo who's like an 800k point Scion main and religiously plays that champion. But
going into the rest of this game, do you have any thoughts on like who should win team fights?
Okay, well, both teams can win team fights is the problem. On paper, I think that Conduit has a better team fighting.
Varus, early cleanse coming in here, looking on to the two of them. Varus and Braum looking to fall down. Sejuani's very fast, very angry. Going into the Varus. Varus still alive. They're going to make it out. They lived. Zyra's going to die. I don't know why she decided to die there, but she did.
I don't know. I mean, Varus kited that out amazingly. He almost killed the Sejuani alone.
Yeah, if we forget about the early cleanse, it was very good. Now,
Yeah.
Thresh just going in on the Alawi. Alawi's like, no, you die now.
I mean, it's a 4 right now, right?
Yeah,
With Shen
4v4 on
coming
the
up on the
map.
map.
I
And
said
with
the Zyra was impressive earlier. It's not scaling well.
no, not at all.
It's not doing it for me anymore.
I mean, the Zyra just I think they started giving up farm to the Varus, and then Zyra kind of just was the one who got left out
Yeah.
and left to dry. So she hasn't been able to build up her items. She hasn't even reached her fourth item yet, which is kind of depressing to see. I wish she would have her Rabadons already, and she should have it.
Age onto
But-
Alawi here. Alawi doesn't have ulti available. She does! She drops it, but that's not enough. That's 2 for 0. 2 for 1 now on the fight. Grog is going in, looking for the pick onto the 2 tanks on the backside, now being run down by the Sejuani and the Shen, respectively. Jinx coming around too. Grog is going to go a long way around this entire map trying to make it out. He might, in fact, be able to do it, though, but there is the Cloud Soul giving move speed. Grog is going to continue to run away, and it looks like he might make it out. Thresh is making the run for it. Will flash, will not connect it. Honest, Thresh doesn't have ulti. All right. I was going to say maybe Thresh should just ulti for move speed, but Gragas makes it out. Elder in a minute and a half.
This game...
There is very out of position, so is Zyra.
Oh, Lord. Oh, they didn't get hit by anything
Looking to turn it
there?
onto them. Both have flash available very quickly. Zyra flash up in a few seconds, turning it onto Thresh. Thresh is dead. Now onto the Shen. Shen is dead as well. Jake flashes the wall onto Mars. Mars will drop.
I mean, that was one of the sloppiest fight we've seen by ERBS-Pros. And I mean, they still won it. I mean, well, in theory.
2-2. But Mars is dead.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think that's a win because you still have your AD carry up. They don't have their 2 main damage dealers.
Now more fights coming on here. I like you talking, but I like this fight more. Grog is coming in, looking to explode. Onto the Lysandro's. Lysandra's very low, will ulti herself. Now Braum blocking, saving the Alawi's life. Will that be enough? Jinx looking to dive under the turret. Everyone's 1 auto away from dying, but they're too far away for her to hit them. Now Sejin, double kill the Jinx ulti. This game's over. 3 for the Jinx. Boris is up in 10 seconds, but that's not gonna be soon enough. The game's gonna end here, and I'm gonna need to drink some water.
You do that, sir. Oh my god. I mean, this game was everything you could ask for. Level 1, invade, get 4 kills, almost ace them. Then, the team who invaded, you have your Shen roaming around the map doing everything you could possibly want, and then it all went downhill from there. Until they turned it around again. It was really weird, really interesting to see, and really fun to cast. And I'm sure it was really fun to play for whoever played this game. Absolute banger of a game.
Solid 2.1 kills per minute.
Yeah, and then, yeah, each team averaged at least 1 kill per minute. Oh my god.
Solid game. Yet somehow, throughout this entire game of 91 kills in 42 minutes, there were only 11 turrets taken combined between the teams. There's still tier 2s for red side in every lane except mid. And still tier 2s for blue side in every lane except mid.
You love to see it.
You love to see it.
Like I said, typical NA fashion. Prioritize Drakes. Do everything possible. Don't prioritize Rift Heralds. That's the one thing I wish we did more as a reason. We prioritize Rift Heralds rather than first Drake, especially for the Cloud. But that's just a pet peeve I have. I just wanted to add. But...
All right, give me your ace MVP. You're on your own.
All right. MVP. That's super hard now. Let's see. I wish I remembered the champions in the game. All right, so on the enemy team, on the losing team, let's go do that first. So on the losing team, I believe the MVP has to be Varus. I mean, you could say Gragas. It was a really good Gragas game, but Varus was doing absolutely everything he could. Absolute monster on that champion. And then ERBS-Pros, it's really hard because Shen carried the early game. Did absolutely everything he could. Lysandra also did amazing early game, but she kind of fell off in lane. But the invade is amazing. But I do think this was a game of 80 carries and it has to go to the Jinx. I think both 80 carries played out of their minds and did everything they could for each other's teams. It just only one could prevail today or this year in this game.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it does come down to literal just range diff.
Yeah,
Like you see Jinx rocking nearly 700 auto range with maxed out Q rockets, and Vara's stuck there at 575, saying like, "Oh man, I really wish I could hit this Jinx before getting one shot by two autos."
I mean, I have a Q, but like that's just one every 10 seconds. So
Yeah, when his ulti's down, it's going to be really rough to answer back. And I agree with you. The AD carries, I think both of them deserve the MVP this game. If this game had been shorter and less of a fiesta, I would have given it to Shen 100 times out of 100.
yeah,
But because this game went so long and the early game is so far away in both kills and time, I, I think I have to give it to the 22 and 9 Jinx in the
yeah,
19-8 bars.
yeah. But congrats
Hell
to
of a
both.
game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna take 5. We'll catch you guys in our next game, our last game of the night, between Conduit and ERBS-Pros. Hello and welcome back to Seal Week or Season 6, Week 1, Freljord Division. We have Game 2 of Conduit versus EPROS. EPROS picking up the very bloody victory in the first game of this series. And as we move into Game 2, I'd like to ask my co-caster here, Alpha, what do you think we should see different?
Well, one thing for sure is I don't think this next game is going to be as bloody. I mean, I
Is that a
think
law of average assumption there, or
I don't know. I think the teams have probably took a break, settled their nerves, and are just gonna play a clean game. And honestly, I think it's just gonna be the best team wins
you
at
can
this
tell
point.
he's new to Seal, folks.
I just hope, I just hope it's a fun game, but I think it's gonna be a clean one. I hope it's a clean
Mhm,
one.
mhm, mhm. All right. With that said, well, let's move into pick bin.
All
Have
right.
some fun with this. Run me through it.
All right, so Conduit having blue side. Let's go through their bands real quick. Amumu, Samir, Kog'Maw. Same bands other than the Kog'Maw. I mean, good band, I think. I think it's a different band, right? Yep. So instead of the Pantheon, they banned that. And then for the other team, it's Gragas, Alawi, Seraphine. Alawi, interesting band considering the Alawi did do all too much last game, but I understand because she's super impressive in team fights. Seraphine as well, and that Gragas was a killer. And then first pick Jinx. I really like the pick. Jinx scales. Can do good into almost any lane. Awesome. Sejuani Thresh, once again, kind of replaying the first game. Did well for you the last game. Great job picking up again. Blitzcrank, along with Jinx, I think is great. I think Nautilus is also a good pick, but I like the Blitzcrank as well. I just like Nautilus for being tankier. The Ziggs, really good if you want to like just keep sieging and pressure in lane. Good blind pick, I'd say. I mean, very interesting blind pick to say the least, but good nonetheless. The one thing that was a little bit concerning was the blind pick Gangplank. I mean, I understand this champion could be very good in lane, but also it's hit or miss, right? Good champion, level 6, all that. I just don't see it as a great blind pick, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it really screams to me that they want to play to the bot side of the map here with the early prioritization of the Thresh GP. Just saying, like,
Yeah.
hey, we want Zaniel to get ahead, and we want to snowball through that.
Yeah, and then following the GP, they banned the Darius. Great pick. We saw how effective that Darius could be 2 games ago. And the Jarvan, always a very annoying pick, and good to take away. And then you have the typical ADC bans, Kaisa, Vayne, great bans. And then you have the first pick in the second phase would be Ari. I don't really know the Ziggs Ari matchup. I know Ari's a great champion, decent CC. Laning phase sucks at first, but will scale up and be fine in fights. Poppy, not sure if it's a Poppy jungle good pick, I'd say. I mean, I don't know. I think it's good if it's jungle. If it's into Gangplank, it's kind of weird. No dashes or anything. Kind of an odd pick. But I believe the Volibear will be top into Gangplank. I think that's a pretty good matchup, specifically because Volibear can have a super impressive level 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, I should say, and force you out of lane really fast. So if he could do that, Conduit has a really fun time early. If he can't do that, it's going to be an even game probably throughout. And then finally with the Ezreal Thresh, I mean, Ezreal's Ezreal. He kind of goes with everyone. I don't really like him with Thresh, but Ezreal is one of those champions that kind of like me farm, me get my 2 items, and me poke you, basically.
Yeah, I really think in this bot lane you're gonna want to like leverage the fact that Ezreal's so safe and have both supports end up roaming a lot this game, and we'll see if that ends up happening.
Yeah, I do like the Thresh roam far better than Blitzcrank roam, but we'll see.
All right. Uh, any thoughts on the team comps overall, or should we roll on into game?
I think that both teams have sort of a plan of who their main engage is. Volibear is probably the main engage for Conduit. Sejuani would be the main engage for ERBS-Pros. Overall, drafted good compositions on both sides. If you're looking for scaling, though, I'd say Conduit probably has the better comp. But that's to be determined.
All right. Well, let's go and get on into this game, and we'll catch you guys in there. All right, and as we get onto Summoner's Rift here for our last game of the night between Conduit and EPROS, what do you think about these summoner choices, these keystones, and in these late matchups?
Pretty standard things. The Dark Harvest, kind of interesting to see both teams are invading real quick, but in a opposite sides of the map. So that's cool. But everything's pretty typical. Lethal Tempo, Jinx, the Conqueror on the Ezreal Aftershock. Everything's pretty normal all around. Even spells are normal. So
Right, makes sense. As you mentioned, we do see this invade coming in on either sides of the map. If only because of this, I don't expect anything too weird to happen early game here. The Gangplank should be starting his back soon if he's gonna walk back to lane. Might just be planning for the late invade, maybe. I don't want to see Gangplank walk into the entire enemy
weird.
team. Oh,
I'm
oh.
sort of confused by that. I
Okay.
mean, I guess he probably would have been caught out doing the buff if he was walking that way, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting because I thought they were gonna lose more off of that, like EXP wise, but they're all getting back to lane just in time. So I mean, I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, it kept the GP around just in case the enemy team was inside their blue side jungle.
Yep. So
And
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say yeah, we should see like pretty normal laning, nothing too crazy going on. Honestly, just wait till level, wait till both junglers hit their level 3 or 4. They'll probably go for a gank. I think Sejuani's probably gonna get a better gank off on this Volibear lane than Poppy will get off in probably a bot lane gank.
Oh, and the Blitzcrank hook does connect onto Thresh really early here, but does flay both of them back, proccing that aftershock. We'll be able to get out with only a bit of pittance of HP spent.
Yep.
And meanwhile, in this top lane, the
Yep.
fight's going really hard. Another hook in the bot side here onto Thresh. Blitz flash! Hook
Ooh.
does not connect.
And
And
that's what I was.
Ezreal just dashing under turret there. Not afraid of the Blitzcrank now that hook is down.
That Thresh, that Q dodge, amazing. But like I was saying prior to the game starting, that Volibear, yeah, I mean he may get poked out and such, but if he has a full combo, level 3, level 2, or yeah, no, level 3,
Oh, that Ezreal's dead. Oh
yeah.
no, that was a brilliant blitz hook coming out. Now chasing down onto the Thresh as well. May even be able to pick up this kill. Blitz looking for the knockup. Will connect onto it. Will not be able to finish the kill though. Jinx will turn around, push that wave. And now inside the jungle here, we do see Poppy getting a taxi out from the Gangplank. Charm doesn't connect on the Volibear. Volibear looking for Sej, not going to be quite enough. Now the Ziggs is here looking for Sej as well. Poppy will pick up the kill with the Dark Harvest proc. Now onto the Ahri and the GP, looking to run them down. Gets the kill onto the Ahri now. Ahri flashed bird as well. That's 2 kills going over to the Poppy. A 3-0 advantage to Conduit in this early game.
And if you're Sejuani right now, you're feeling really bad because not only is she gonna get top scuttle, she's probably gonna get bot scuttle, and she still has a full bot side to clear. So Poppy is gonna have a huge advantage and huge pressure on this map for the rest of this early game.
Yeah, just biting off a little bit more than they could chew, I would say. Well, I mean, I guess they just won it. I don't know. That definitely looked like an over-aggressive invade for Conduit there, but it works out at the end. They make the mechanical outplays there. They leverage their stronger early game champions.
Yeah.
Poppy and Sejuani, I guess that's a mismatch. I'm not going to claim to know. I'm not a jungler. I don't think junglers know if that's a mismatch, to be fair.
Well, Poppy does counter Sejuani like in a 1v1 simply because of her E. She blocks a dash and she just gets grounded and can just counter in the face. But I mean, and both clear relatively at the same speed, so I mean, I would give the slight edge to Poppy, and now I give her a huge edge because she's 2-0 and is up for.
Yeah, I'd like to see that back come out for the Poppy sometime soon, be able to start leveraging that gold advantage. Sejuani looking at the red buff, won't be able to take it. Poppy's already there. Huge wave being shoved into the bot side here. We'll be able to pick up a plate, but Jinx is there to be able to catch all of the CS just in time.
Fun little thing. Well, 2 fun little things. One, Gangplank back and he bought a coal, so that's interesting. I mean, I guess he's just, hoping he can scale up really fast with that. And also, Thresh brought biscuits. I don't know if that's what you bring on him, but that's
Pretty
interesting.
normal these days.
Is it? All right, yeah, I'm not a Thresh main by any means, so
It's just literally every support brings biscuits now. Honestly, every champion brings, like, if any champion in the game has biscuits, it's probably meta. Like,
yeah,
even like Vladimir's, they just bring biscuits to sell them for 75 gold. It's
yeah.
very odd to me, but yeah, in general for supports right now. Oh, but
Ooh.
Zaniel gets hooked again. Thresh Slanter's not going to work out well either. Didn't miss synergy, but the TP coming on the Thresh Lantern, but it will be interrupted.
Oh no, he missed the flay.
And nothing else will come of this fight bot side. But top lane, the Volibear had to get over aggressive to block the GP teleport and might pay for his life. And that is the kill going into the game. But another hook onto Zaniel! What's going on, man? I know you're better than this. Now Thresh is looking to die the Gangplank ulti on the bot side. Jinx has heal available, though that's just going to be it. No, I was going to say a double kill, but Blitzcrank, like, no. I want to steal that one. I was a bit BM, but you deserve it, man. You've been rocking it in this game. Now
Yeah,
onto the Dragon. Wait, Sejuani. No. And Dragon looks like we'll go over to the side of
And that's a way to get a 2-point like a 2K gold lead.
2K
not
gold
much else you could really, not much better of a game it could really go. I mean, unless the only
well,
better
top lane's going very badly. At least you got that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, the Volibear could be playing better, but still, like, this game's going as good as you want it to be if you're the side of Conduit.
Yeah.
Right? No. Yeah, Conduit.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. That is correct. Wait. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Now back on into the mid lane. Ari's going to get chased down by the Poppy here. Zig's not able to connect a good satchel charge onto her. Ari, no. Don't walk towards the walls. But does block the Poppy charge there. It's not going to be enough. Poppy's still able to pick up the kill. Now onto the Sejuani, bit over-aggressive there. Sejuani is just going to be able to make it out. Maybe Poppy will be able to interrupt the blast cone, but she will not. And Sejuani will escape. Poppy trading flash and ulti for nothing there. Now onto the Gangplank. Volibear trying to
Nice
regain some of his advantage in this lane. Gangplank does just walk away, loses half of his HP, but does still have some oranges available. Now trading back onto the Volibear. Volibear gonna ulti the turret, shuts it off. Poppy looking for the dive, and the Volibear will allow her to pick up the kill. Now onto the bot lane, another Blitzcrank hook connects. Thresh is looking to answer back, but will not be able to get it onto the Jinx.
And in just 2 minutes, another 1K added to the gold lead. Now a 3K gold lead. You know, you probably start trying to prioritize Rift Herald, and your Poppy is 5-0. I mean, maybe not where you want the gold to be exactly, but overall.
Oh, but Sejuani looking to get out. Volibear will flash under, trades flashes, and the fighting doesn't stop. Sorry, buddy.
It feels so bad to be Sejuani right now. Oh, I just can't imagine. You know, you're down like 3 camps, you're down 5 kills.
I thought he stole that, but he might steal the life of this Volibear. Looking for the kill is Gangplank. Volibear can't make his way out, so he's going to look to trade. Don't kill yourself, Sej, please. All right, and Sejuani wants her red buff back.
Would have been better on Gangplank, probably.
It would have been better on Gangplank, I agree.
This game is looking very one-sided so far, but I'm just wondering, is there a way
top
back?
Gap, but that's about it.
But like, just looking at this game, is there a way?
Thresh. Oh, there's no blitz hookup. I guess we missed him using it earlier.
Yep. But just looking at this composition now, it's really frustrating to be the side of ERBS-Pros right now. Or ERBS-Pros, yeah. Because, like, I mean, their main source of engage is so far down. She doesn't even... Oh my god.
That's it.
She doesn't even have level 6.
Another hook looking to come out in the bot lane. Won't connect onto the Thresh, but Thresh still getting run down by the Jinx. Jinx rocket. Zaniel ease into it and manages to save his Thresh. What a baller there. That was actually pretty sick.
This is insane.
I don't know why he's able to do that, but not a blitz hook.
Well,
that one's something for review.
Yeah, I mean, I did say prior to the game we would see a clean game probably, and the best team would win.
Another gank coming in onto the bot lane. Jinx getting hit up. Blitz will block the hook. I don't know if that was necessary. Blitzcrank will give his life, and the Jinx will escape just barely. Flash still available. No one needed to die there. I think he just, flashed the Sejuani ulti. But as you said, very clean game coming out.
Yeah, I was half right. It wasn't a very calm game, but very clean game so far, to say the least. And I mean, if Conduit just keeps playing the way they're playing right now, it's an easy path to victory for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I do think Conduit has a very large advantage right now. The only saving grace for the side of ERBS-Pros is going to be this top lane gangplank, but most of that like 20 CS advantage we saw early game has evaporated. He is back to 1 and 2 versus 0-2. The gold advantage in that lane is only 300. And the rest of the map is really falling behind, especially in the jungle here. The 6-0 Poppy jungle working on... Does that build into Triforce still? I don't know.
Divine Sunder.
Divine Sunder, okay.
Well, it built into both, but that's the Poppy build. Divine Sunder, Dark Harvest, and then you build tank.
He's spoken like a man who's played against a Poppy jungle before.
I actually play with it all the time.
Oh my god! The Poppy charge pushes Thresh into the Blitz hook.
Oh my
and,
god.
And planned, calculated.
Totally. Oh my god.
That's another dragon.
I mean, this is let's look at the positives here though. If we're looking on the side of ERBS-Pros, right? Isn't looking very good right now. But if you want to find a way back into this game, you just got your best chance. There is a Mountain Soul out for taking. This is the best possible scenario for you because, you'll be able to survive the damage and have your main engage actually be tanky versus all the tank shred they will have.
Is this going to be a kill top lane for someone? I don't know. Bot lane turret's being worked on. Thresh will get hooked under turret, but I don't think this is what you want, Blitz. Blitz going to fall down to the Ezreal here. Thresh still going to be alive. Ezreal going to look for more. No one in the top lane is going to fall as well. Also, Poppy W on Ezreal E lol. Back to the rest of the fight. Ezreal trying to run it down. Onto the Thresh. Poppy's going to pick it up. Now onto the Jinx. Sejuani's going to whiff the ulti, but that slow might be enough. We'll pick it up. Now that Poppy ulti onto the Sejuani gets him out of there. Now Ezreal's 1v1 versus the Poppy. That's a very spoopy Poppy, though. That's a 7-kill Poppy. Gonna go onto the Ezreal, pick up the kill now onto the Sejuani. The Volibear is TP'd in, looking for this kill. The Stormbringer will not connect, and Volibear used ulti top lane. No flash available. Sejuani will escape, and the Volibear TP will not net any kills.
I mean, I will say, that Poppy played that about as good as she possibly could. Oh my god.
And another kill for the Poppy.
Well,
and a hook onto the volley.
I understand this game isn't over yet, but is it fair to say it was a call of early MVP?
And a hook onto the Ahri. And auto attacks onto a Thresh. And a charm onto a bear, and the bear's gonna die. And now onto the Poppy. The Poppy might die. The Poppy's gonna die to GP. That's a big 1k shutdown for that boy. And these fights are just going,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I understand there's still probably a lot of time left in this game. But is it fair to call the early MVP right here, right now?
I mean, you can call an early MVP if you want. I'll ask again at the end of the game anyways.
Yeah, true, but I mean, I don't think there's anyone who's going to be able to outperform. I mean, we said that last game with the Jinx, so you never know. So, I mean...
yeah, 9-1 Poppy, though. Big chunk is on the map.
Yeah, very true.
Is very, very fed. How much gold we up? We up 2,500 gold. Finally, Zaniel manages to press E. I feel so bad. I love you, man. You're a great player. And it's only because I know you're a great player that I'm memeing you.
I mean, honestly, though, Zenial hasn't played bad. He has been eating out of these queues. He's done everything he possibly can. It's just, there's so much pressure on this map because of this Poppy. That early game that they got was just that overextension in their own jungle, weirdly enough. It just,
And another
kind of
fight,
threw everything.
Volibear's in the middle of all of them. Big Ziggs ult, he does, everyone gets out of it. Traded on back to the Sejuani. Now the Volibear falls 2 dead in this fight thus far. And that's it, I think we're done.
Oh,
Blitz doesn't have flash, so he's not going to randomly flash in and hook and start another fight, surely. But Ezreal's dead. Maybe? No. Jinx no ult. Now Poppy's back into the fight, looking onto the Ahri. Gonna go into the back line, gonna look to pick up 2.
okay. So, what I was gonna say just got backtracked because they kind of ended there. But I was gonna say that that's an amazing fight for Ebros. It's a good way to try to start getting back into this game. Then they overstayed and they sadly got caught out. So it's really just at this point trying to limit your mistakes that constantly are happening, and it's a matter of how are you gonna limit those mistakes. I understand it's hard to do in an active game and like keep your mental, from booming, but I mean, how would you approach this? Because I mean, honestly, my brain would be exploding right now.
Well, my brain would be exploding perhaps on the basis of the amount of action going on in these games, yeah. But I think if I'm trying to shot call for the side of ePros here, I want to bring this game back to a point where like we can feasibly take a team fight. I want to wait until 3 items on my Gangplank and my Jinx, and the best, or on my Ezreal rather. And the best way I can think of actually making it to that point is you need to either steal or take a good fight around one of the next 2 dragons.
Hmm.
But I'd also like to avoid a fight as much as possible, given the gold disadvantage. Blitzcrank going to be caught out here, though, and that's the exact pick that they're going to need to look to start off this fight. Now you have to threaten this dragon here. You have to take this advantage. The 4v5 on the map is going to be the best advantage you're going to be able to look to make reasonably.
Yeah,
With these
especially now that they don't have their pick like players. So I mean, really, Thresh might die.
Thresh is dead. But that's Jinx ulti spent for him. Now looking onto the rest of the fight, Volibear going into the team fight, still has ulti available. Poppy on the flank, looking onto Natural in the back line, but on the front line, Jinx is dead. The Gangplank, that's what that champion's called, manages to pick it up with the Sejuani CC assistance there. Now Volibear onto the back line, looking onto the Gangplank, but that's not enough. That bear's very squishy, he doesn't even have a mythic completed yet. Now onto this dragon, we're looking to even this game up, bring it back within plausibility for the side of ePros. Poppy looking to get in on this fight. Everyone's very low. Poppy being chunked out 2 by the charm, though. That's 2 dead. Now looking for 3. Ziggs will get the auto, picking up the Sejuani. Now it's on to Ahri. Ahri's trying to run away, will miss the charm. Now Blitzcrank looking for the hook. That's the only way they're going to be able to pick up this kill, is hitting the hook. Gonna wait for his W, run up, hit her with it, pull her in. The flash isn't good enough. And that's gonna be a kill under the Ahri. Now 5 for 2, I think, in that fight, and the dragon will be picked up for the side of Conduit.
It's just like at this point of the game, I honestly just don't think you can fight for Drakes. I mean, I think they're going for Rift. I mean, honestly, at that point, you probably should have just gone for the Rift. In hindsight, I mean, I know I wasn't even saying that, but it's just so hard to win a fight. Like, yeah, they were winning the fight, but that fight got extended so long that it didn't even matter, like, what they did to start the fight. They just died 20 seconds later.
Yeah, I just don't know if you can win this game through a Mountain Soul, and I don't know if it's going to get better for you.
No. I mean, I will say, though, getting the Mountain Soul away from the enemy team would be a good thing for you, since they do have a Volibear Poppy. And this brings me to say, I really wish that the Gangplank would have built Divine Sunderer for a little bit more tank shred rather than the Triforce. So, I mean, he's looking for the sustained damage, but I think the Divine Sunderer is a really good buy into their team specifically.
Yeah, makes sense to me. I could see that. Definitely with how hard the Poppy's snowballing, it would make sense to have a way to kill her more efficiently. Gangplank is looking a tad bit squishy up on the top side of this map here with only the Triforce stats. Volibear looking to take a trade here. I don't know if this is the wisest decision you can make into this Gangplank. He's still very strong. Gangplank looking for the trade, does have the ulti. Volibear no ulti available, and the Sejuani up top here will pick up the kill for the Gangplank. Oh, but Blitzcrank on the flank, I guess. All right. And nothing will come of it. Poppy now looking to steal some of the jungle away from this Sejuani. Sejuani doesn't want to give it up, but is going to get beat into this wall here. Poppy going to look for the one shot. Will take it onto her now in the mid lane. Everyone's gone low on the side of ERBS-Pros, but that's not enough to pick up any of the kills. Jinx and Zig's ulti already down.
And on the side of EPROS, right? Let's just say if this was a normal draft game, this would be FF at 20, right? But Ezreal almost stole the rest. But I mean, it's a really difficult situation to be in because since minute 1 in this game, Sejuani has been put behind. Ari just wasn't able to get any pressure in the lane. Ezreal Thresh just couldn't do much in that lane. Every lane that Conduit has,
onto Ari. Well, she's alive. Poppy gets the kill. Okay, Poppy in the middle of the enemy base, looking to see if we can pick up this shutdown onto her while she's threatened here. But the rest of the team coming in. Ezreal will dodge the blitz. Hook won't be pulled in here. He's the only damage threat left on his team, though. Gangplank not here. Gangplank still in the top lane. Gangplank not with ulti available. Jinx going in with the Gale Force. And Ezreal forced to flash the Ziggs bomb in the back line. Thresh will fall now working on this inhib here. This game's looking to be a lot quicker in pace than our last one.
that is for sure. I mean, still very high kill count for sure. But, I mean, it's just a much more clean game. I mean, yeah, you've had the few silly mistakes from the Volibear, but if you're inside of Conduit, the game you are playing right now is phenomenal. You have 6 deaths across everybody else. Volibear has half your team's deaths, basically. I mean, this is just the best. Yeah, this is just the best case scenario for Conduit.
Yeah, meanwhile, right mid lane, Ezreal's actually going to get caught out here, looking to kill the Jinx. Almost does it. Gangplank ulti, the bird's going down on the Jinx. She'll live with 1 digit of HP. That's not quite enough now. Volibear's coming over the wall. Thresh looking for the hook onto the Jinx. Jinx isn't even there, though. Looking to see if they can connect the kill onto her. Volibear still trapped, trying to run away. I think he thinks those are the enemy. I don't know why he didn't just walk away, but Volibear's fighting to the death, just like a true man would.
Correction, just like a true god would. Anyways, no. But yeah, no. So I mean, we'll say that Volibear's gameplay has been a little bit.
He thought those were like the enemy team's Jinx traps, and that he was actually trapped there. I don't know any other reason you wouldn't just walk back.
I mean, I think he just thought he was probably going to die anyways as well, so there's really no point.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I would have tried to run away and probably failed miserably.
Well, we have Soul spawning in 4 seconds. Ari's half HP, half mana top lane with no TP. I think we're going to give this up, so to say.
I wonder if you take the... I wonder if you just place a ward down and try to have Ezreal steal it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind Sejuani throwing her face in there if she can get there.
I mean, they do have Thresh, so they could easily get out.
Yeah.
No.
Ezreal getting hooked. Oh, and he's just gone.
Yeah, that's the soul right there.
Just dead.
Baron's probably up on the table next, you know. They don't have any steal potential. I guess they have Sejuani steal potential, but still, they don't... There's not much they can do.
Yeah. Especially with the Mountain Soul now, this game's... The advantage is pretty much insurmountable. Even if 6,500 gold doesn't mean anything, if every single time Ezreal hits a Q, it's blocked by a Mountain Shield. Yeah. All of the poke opportunities for the Gangplank Ezreal have practically disappeared now. And, I mean, I guess it's not as bad as Ocean Soul. Maybe Ezreal can't really kill tanks with his build right now anyways.
It's probably worse than Ocean Soul for this specific composition because, I mean,
maybe.
I don't know. I mean, the Volibear would love Ocean Soul, but I think the Poppy would prefer Mountain just to be even tankier, just dive and have that shield.
All right, miss smite on the Baron there. Gangplank ulti could have stolen it, died to Jinx auto. A little bit sus.
At least it wasn't the enemy team's Shen auto.
At least it wasn't the Shen auto, you're right.
Yep. That was just insane. Just going back to that. And that was the other team. So I mean, this game, it's kind of crazy to see how we went from a very, very close game to a very one-sided game, and I will say it probably is very composition diff for sure, as well as just that level 1, 2 was just ridiculous out of the side of Conduit.
Yeah, it's be interesting. Yeah, I definitely seeing this game. I think Conduit has a very strong grasp on how to snowball their advantages. Their jungler looks really, really adept. Going
Mhm.
under the Ari there will burn her ulti just for a Poppy E auto. And it's just so hard to deal with this Poppy right now. Gangplank getting run down in the bot lane here. Gale Force will come in. Zig's ulti will come in. Jake's ulti will come in.
And I will say, I love how unpredictable Conduit seems to be, at
Oh,
least with their champ select. Oh.
okay. All right, he's dead. Um, Blitz hook
uh,
into Zig's satchel, interrupting it into. It looked like he got flayed by someone's brain into Poppy E. Uh, and now looking onto the Sejuani here, the Puppy might be able to pick it up. She does. Onto the Ari now. Ari still no ulti after that earlier encounter with this Poppy. Poppy will pick up another kill. 16-1 on the small Yordle with a hammer. Now onto the Thresh, 17-1. Looking onto the Ezreal. He will get hooked again! And that's going to spell the end of the game. Conduit will take the 1-1 versus ERBS-Pros. And that is a very scary Yordle.
yeah. Had two very scary Yodels that game. I
All
think Zig was
right.
the Yodel, right?
Ace MVP.
All right, MVP, Poppy, no doubt.
Okay. All
Ace,
right. Conversation's over. We got it.
yeah, Ace has to be Spin the Gangplank. Just kind of top diff the Volibear. I mean,
I agree.
as he should later in the game specifically, but he did do really good early too. Kind of a little bit surprising. I thought the Volibear would do a little bit better into the GP, but just smash lane sucks. Couldn't do much else. But he was the one saving the one
Saving
shining
grace. Yeah.
point. Yeah, saving grace, shining point on their team.
The
Just
silver lining.
silver
Okay.
lining. There you go.
Awesome. So, recapping this last series here. Do you think, like, what do you think about these two teams? Are there things you want to see them continue to do better, change, etc.?
Well, I would like to see the side of Conduit continue to actually both these teams, they both had really good level ones in both these games. So I would like to see them continue to develop these level ones and try to get advantages early because clearly both teams know how to snowball a lead, especially Conduit. This game, it was a clinic how well they snowballed this game. I mean, I would like to see Ebros a little bit more consistent in the mid game, and maybe that's just drafting differently. But also, I just want to see Ebros play through their top side because clearly the top side is really strong. But they do have the opportunity to play through bot side too. They do have a really strong bot laner. But I think top side of the map is a really good focus, especially early, to prioritize those Rift Heralds and maybe give up a Drake or two, but get those gold advantages across the map and fight your way back into a game.
Makes sense. Sounds good to me. All right. So, this was our last match of the night. As we said, Conduit versus ERBS-Pros going 1-1 to either side. And our prior match of the night between the good enough team who absolutely crushes everybody daily versus After Dark down in Demacia going 2-0 to the side of the good enough team who absolutely crushes everybody daily. 2-0 in their favor. And a really impressive series there as well. I want to thank everyone who's come out to watch us today. I want to thank my co-caster Alpha. I want to thank the Dragon Rider for hosting today. I want to thank all of the Tribunal members and all of the members of our wonderful SEAL community for everything they do for us. And we'll see all of you guys tomorrow, I think, right? Nolan, give it. We're seeing you tomorrow sometime. Alrighty. Thanks everyone for showing up. Have a great night.